evening, everybody. November 38, Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com, live on Twitch. Good to see us. We may be having some more Twitch jumping around and audio issues and all that other crap. Something's changed on the internet. We'll see if this is going to work. We're sitting on the ramp in St. Louis, and we're going to go to East Texas Regional. Let's get started.
Good afternoon, Eagle County Ground, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. We're at the ramp ready for taxi, runway 25. We'll take the apron Alpha 3 to Alpha, runway 25, hold short, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Clear to Ottawa, Lester 2, runway 6 left, 0544, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Clear land, runway 7, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
Good evening, everybody. November 38, Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com, live on Twitch. Happy Saturday evening to each and every one of you. Good to see us. Like I said, I am having still some frame rate drops on the stream for some reason. I'm not sure if it's due to the cold weather here, if it's because of some other stupid reason. Anyways, we're going to give this a go. For those of you that remember, on Wednesday night, we had to end the stream because of some massive stuttering. And if we lost the video, you guys still had the audio, but the video went for a shit. So if that happens again, I'm going to apologize in advance until we figure out what it is exactly that's causing it. We may be in the hooper. Nonetheless, guys, we're sitting on the ground in St. Louis. Thank you very much for the follow, Airline Gamer. Good to see you. Bryce, I think you're misunderstanding the point of wind shear. Wind shear is a weather event that takes place and acts on an airplane. You don't have an airplane that is wind shear. Wind shear affects the airplane when the airplane detects random quick directions and large gusts of wind in opposite directions of what you're flying. That's what wind shear is. Anyways, guys, like I said, we're going to make our way out of St. Louis. We're going to go to East Texas Regional Airport, about 2 hours gate to gate. Shouldn't be too long. And then we've got an appointment with some friends that we made last night to go and hang around in Grand Theft Auto. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their weekend so far. It's really good to see you. Thanks very much for hanging out with us. And without further ado, let's do a quick pushback and see if we can't get our shit going. Solar Hawk, good to see you. Hopefully everybody's doing well. You guys are all awesome. Appreciate you guys hanging out here. So we're going to do a quick little pushback. And while we push back, we're going to end up starting number 2 first. We'll wait till he gets the pin in and gets it locked. And we'll see how it goes. Again, as I said, I will apologize in advance if the frame rates take a shit and everything all of a sudden dies beyond my control until I figure out what it is that's doing it. I'm not sure. It could have something to do with weather. It's really hard to say. It's British humor. I sent you a funny Discord, a video in Discord. Okay, I'll check it out after. Solar Rock, thanks. A little nervous because I don't want things to go wrong. Sometimes that happens. Okay, guys, here we go. He disappeared under the front of the airplane. He must be connecting the pin. There we go. All right, we'll take the parking brake on, and let's go ahead and spin number 2. We've got number 2 ignition start, N1 rotation. IT's rising, oil pressure's coming up. Oil pressure light will go out at 40 psi. Fuel pressure's good. There goes the oil pressure. The turbine's starting to spin, and through 12.5, in goes the fuel. Yeah, Replica, things can go bad. I don't know what's going on with the frame rates. Apparently, they're already starting to drop, so we'll do the best we can to see if this is going to hold out. We're having to fly off line 2 because we're thinking that might have had something to do with it. There's 50%. Starter cutout. Master caution. Parking brake is set. Shit, that almost looked like water. That's very strange. Just about pushed us back into the water. That would have been really, really bad. No, that's because the batteries haven't turned on yet. We just got the one engine spooled up. That engine's going to high idle. Let's check the generator. Generator comes on. We pick up the load. Battery voltage is good. Jimmy Gift, long time no see. How are you, Jimmy? Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. Voltage is good, and we pick up the load.
Long time no see. How are you, Trev?
I'm doing good, thanks, Jimmy. Good to see you, buddy. All right, generator 2's going off. Master caution. We'll go ahead and spin number 1. And away we go. We've got number 1, ignition start, and 1 rotation. ITT's rising, oil pressure's coming up. Flying Tommy 320 subscribing with Twitch Prime. That's 3 months for you, Tommy. Thanks very much. And through 10.5, in goes Gen 2, and in goes the fuel.
Flying Tommy 320 Prime sub.
Thanks, Flying Tommy. Good to see you. Thanks for the support for the channel, guys. I'm doing okay, but we're having some frame rate loss on the stream for some reason, so I'm not sure what's going on there. 50%. Starter cutout. Master caution. We'll switch over to Gen 1. Gen 1 comes on. We split the load with Gen 2. Gen 2 goes off. Gen 1 picks up the entire load. Gen 2 going back on. Everything looks good there. Avionics are coming on. Auto feather, auto ignition, the pitot heat, windshield heat, prop ice protection, fuel ice protection, anti-brake ice protection, bleeds and blowers are going on. We've got the tail light is going on. Thanks very much for the follow, some 172 pilot. Good to see you. We almost pushed back into the water. That would have really been bad. We would have had to restart everything. Definitely FSU IPC and Sim Connector getting hammered here, boys, because I don't know. Interesting. Now maybe I'm just thinking about gremlins. I'm imagining shit that's going wrong that really isn't. Prop sync is going on. We'll just do our after start checklist here. Oh, before I do that, we got to do EGPWS test.
Pull up terrain. Don't sink. Too low. Gear. Glide slope. Minimum bank angle. 150, 40, 30, 20, 10. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Bring up the engines a little bit. We've got the governor check. Here comes the hype train. Solarhawk 7 subscribing at tier 1. That's 2 months and a 1 month streak. Thanks, Solarhawk. Appreciate that. Level 1 hype train, folks.
Solarhawk _7 tier 1 sub.
And the prop governor is working and doing as it's supposed to. The auto feather is also working and doing as it's supposed to. Prop governor test off, and we're going to release the parking brake here, and we're going to taxi up. We would be flying online normally, but like I said, there's been a few issues there, so I am not online. God, I hope that we don't hit this water. So I would normally make my calls now. I'm really hoping this ain't going to crap out, boys and girls. I'm really hoping this isn't going to crap out. All right, brake check is good. Let's do our after start checklist. Before taxi is what they call it. All right, before taxi checklist, electrical system has been checked. Avionics master switches on. Interior master switches as required. Master panel and cockpit lights have been checked. Mic switches are both on normal. Cabin lights are as required. Furnishings, coffee pots going on. Cabin signs are already on. We're happy with that. The EFIS display initialization is complete. Exterior lights have been done. TCAS is also on, which is interesting that I can see TCAS when I'm not connected to anything. Jimmy, one question. Do you do fly Elise? Do you use their calibration tool for your screen, or did you warp it yourself? So, Jimmy, I am using the Immersive Calibration Pro, which just gets you started. You still have to make some manual adjustments to it. It's not 100% perfect, but it's way easier using the Calibration Pro software than it is doing it without, put it that way. Nope, some 172 pilot. I spent a shit ton of money on my pilot's license, gave my money to a flight school. They went bankrupt and took my money with them. So I said, screw that. For the last 20 years, I've been building flight simulators. More fun this way. Brake de-ice is on. Prop sync is also on. TCAS is on. EGPWS test is complete. TAWS has also been on. Flight engine instruments are correct. 1 notch of flaps. That is set. Flight controls are free and correct, and the brakes have been tested. Left IT at T and N1, that was all done. And I guess after that, we're looking at the before takeoff switch checklist, which we'll do. Avionics and rudder, that has been checked. Pressurization panel's been set. Autopilot is also set. Yaw damper is set, released right now, but will be set. Electric push trim has been set. Trim tabs have been checked out, and they're okay. Engine control friction locks have been set and removed. Engine control, flaps have been checked and set. Overspeed and governor test, rudder boost test, that's all been tested. Auto feather and auto ignition are both on. The manual propeller feathering has been checked. Vacuum and de-ice pressures are all good. Engine anti-ice is on. Ice protection equipment is on if required. It's not required right now. Fuel quantity has been checked, and static takeoff power check has been also completed. Other than that, V1, VR, and V2 have all set. 108, 115, and 121. It's all set, folks. Let's make our way over to the runway. Thanks very much for joining us. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see you. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. Out of St. Louis, Missouri, guys, Lambert International Airport. We're making our way to East Texas Regional Airport. Runway 12 right is where we're going to go. We're going to hang a left where we're at, and we're going to take Charlie and Tango. We're going to take Charlie past Tango, Uniform, and Victor to runway 12 right. Thanks for the follow, Hawkfish and Chris. Hey, how are you, sir? St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo. We're going to taxi via Charlie to runway 12 right for departure to the south, St. Louis. All right, here we go. Parking brake is off. Taxi lights, they're going on. Taxi lights. Taxi lights. We need taxi lights. Oh, and everything just died. Wow. Are you shitting me right now? That's fucking never happened. Wow. What the fuck? Clearly something is completely unstable here, guys. Actually, what's even funnier is something else just totally died. Yeah, exactly. Dual chart. That's exactly what I'm thinking right now. No, it disavowed. It isn't that. Fuck. You're funny, though. That's interesting. I really am confused now because something just caused that to totally take a shit. And something else just closed, actually. It wasn't Sim Toolkit. It wasn't Discord. There was something on my right screen, but I don't know what it was. Wow, that is unbelievable. That is. Yeah, dual chart. I think that's exactly what it is. It's something to do with, because the stream was chugging a little bit, and I noticed when I was doing the generator checks, the actual alarm, the alarm that we were getting from the generators, the master caution, was slightly delayed a little bit. And when that delay happens, it's like there's a SimConnect issue going on. Now, it's entirely, yeah, which is Solar Hawk. That's very weird because we've never had this issue since the last Microsoft 2020 update. Seems like that has something to do with it, because when I did Wednesday night's flight, everything was fine until the very end. Reading Rich, that wouldn't surprise me either. But it was weird because I even updated UIPC last night to hope that would fix it. And I did a flight today and everything was fine. I don't know. I'm wondering if I can fire this back up without fucking things up. Let's see if we can get her to go again. See what happens. Something is chewing, but I don't have anything running that shouldn't be running. And the resources that it's using it up seems to be just fine. The resources seem to be just fine. I'm really not sure why that's doing that. But anyway, we'll get it started up again here and see what happens. Sorry about the delay. Hawkfish, it's not that complicated, actually. It's pretty straightforward. And like I said, 99.99% of the time, I don't have any issues. None. Usually it just runs like tickety-boo. And the last 2 nights, it's had a few little hiccups. And I'm thinking it has something to do with, well, now I'm beginning to think it's connected to UIPC. And now my dongle just died. Whenever I start Flight Sim, it has to do with something with that too, which is very bizarre. It could have to do with this new headset even. It could. I got to do dongle disconnected here. Hang on, you guys are going to not hear me for a second. There. I can hear everything now. Why that happens, I don't know, but so it's not very complicated. It just causes a few issues once in a while. Where are you here? Still loading. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Better than me, maybe. This is why I only picked a small little flight tonight. So I wasn't sure if this was going to go the way I wanted it to go or not. Let's see what happens here. KSTL. And we'll go over here and set. Oh, Solarhawk, it's all good, man. You know what? This is where flight sims are a lot of fun, but occasionally it could be one Windows update or one little thing that changes and it throws everything for a bit of a loop. So it's actually what keeps me interested in building flight simulators is because there's always something that will go wrong. There's always something that will go wrong. You never know what it will be or what the next challenge will be, but there's always one thing that will go wrong at some point. And then it's part of the enjoyment is troubleshooting it and trying to figure out why. It is totally a balancing act. What I hate though is when Flight Sim 2020 doesn't update and they don't give me the opportunity to change or roll back an update. They don't give you that opportunity. They just assume, oh, everything's good. But clearly something happened with the last update, either that or Windows. Yeah, exactly, Hawkfish. I don't mind tweaking sims either. It keeps me interested, keeps me going, keeps me on my toes. This is why I feel bad for the people that buy third-party hardware and software, because what happens is there's so many third-party things that can mess you up, and if you don't build it yourself, then you have no idea what could be the problem or what could cause it. So, Jimmy, it was fine, and it was extremely, extremely stable. But then something tells me that it may not be quite so stable anymore. The other thing it could be is the weather engine that I'm using, because they haven't released an update for that yet. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do 2020's weather instead. And see if I can see if that has something to do with it. May as well do a little bit of troubleshooting while we're at it. And we'll go from there. All right, got all this back up and set up. We'll fire this all back up so you guys can see that again. And all this shit should be running. And this says it's connected. I actually use Unreal Weather, which could very well be the problem as well. So let's see what happens here. I've had better luck. I mean, the winds aloft aren't that realistic, but I've found that the ground weather has been pretty good. Like when you're on the ground, I find that that's really, really stellar. All right, let's just restart these scripts and see if we can get this thing running again, and then we can get off the ground. Sorry about the delay, folks. This is the part when you watching my streams. This is the type of shit that happens. All right, we're going to turn everything off before we restart the scripts. I can actually get this thing fired up pretty quick, so I'm not worried about that. Parking brake set. This, and I think we're pretty much ready to go. All right, let's start the scripts. All right, let's see if we can get this thing going. All right, battery, nav light, beacon light, seatbelt signs, props all the way forward, parking brake is set, right ignition start, N1 rotation, ITT's rising, oil pressure's coming up, oil pressure light will go out. Turbine spinning, and in goes the fuel. That engine to high idle. Generator's coming on. The left engine. It could be this camera too. I noticed this camera's out. And running that with the Brio seems to be maybe causing some problems. So maybe we need to... That's something else we added since Wednesday or the day before that. So that's something else that it could be something wrong with it. USB chuggage. Oh my God, Jimmy, has it been that long? Yeah, the outside view is amazing. All right, both engines back to low idle. Both generators are on avionics auto feather. Auto ignition, pitot heat, windshield heat, prop heat, fuel heat, brake heat. Taxi lights are going on. That's working. Prop sync is on. Tail light is on. Bleeds and blowers are back on. One notch of flap is set. Altimeter, we'll get that set back again. And a quick program of the route again, and then we'll be back in business. All right. St. Louis, Missouri to KGGG. Runway 12 right. And I believe we picked runway 13 going in. Activate, execute. Make sure our fuel is set. That looks happy. Trim, set for takeoff. Departure arrival. We're doing the Barry 5 departure off runway 12 right. Transition is lit. Route, we're doing the Juliet 131. And we're doing that to Tango X-Ray Kilo. Activate. 0.5 on the review reserves, 400 on the cost index, 240 on the cruise. Outside air temperature is 3 degrees, 40 degrees of flap, gives us 108, 115, 121 on the V-speeds. Funky crusty spaceman. Yeah, she's not. All right, we'll make sure we're on the map view. Everything looks pretty good there. I'm happy with that. Initial altitude we'll set to the cruise. And the heading 120. It is a real airplane that I've converted for flight sim. It used to be a Beechcraft Model 99. It's now a KingAir 350i. Cockpit dimensions are exactly the same. All right, let's get this guy pushing us back here while I continue the setup. We'll see if this is going to go. All right, coming up on 121. And we're at the speed set up, so I know where my red line is. Brian, I found it at an airport. Believe it or not, it was just junk. They had parted the airplane out, and I offered to get rid of it for them. There we go. Parking brake is set again. I think this is going to work for us this time. We'll leave that camera off. That'll make things better. Oh, Funky Krusty. I had to cut it up, obviously. Keep moving out of my way. Going to be in the way. You got enough room for a swivel chair? All right, 1 notch of flap is set. Done everything else. Everything else looks good to me. The only thing is we need the yaw damper off. We'll RML nav. My friend got the exact same offer, but it's for a SOP 340. Oh yeah, it's a lot of work, that's for sure. All right, let's try this again. St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo taxi runway 12 right for departure to the south, St. Louis. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. This is Delta. St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 38 Alpha Kilo. We're crossing runway 6 on Delta for runway 12 right, departure to the south, St. Louis. All right, strobe lights are going on. No drone because I can't connect. POSCON launcher was causing some issues. They're working on it. It will be interesting to see what happens. I'm using 3 Optima GT 1080 Darbys. Probably gonna go direct to Hefner, maybe. Ooh, SimConnect. Don't do that. Not sure if that's gonna be where we're gonna go direct. We'll see what happens. Sim for fun. Good to see ya. Von Hofmeyer, thank you very much for the follow. Good to see ya. All right, we're coming up on Victor. Let's take Victor. We don't need full length. Brake check still good. All right, bleeds and blowers are going off. coffee pots going on for you boys and girls. Taxi lights are going off. St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo, position hold, runway 12 right, departure to the south, St. Louis. Taxi lights are off, landing lights on. I may have to restart Sim Toolkit. I can do that after we're in the air, though. All right, folks. Auto feather, auto ignition is on. Bleeds and blowers are off. Props are at high idle. Here we go. St. Louis traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo, rolling 12 right, departure to the south, St. Louis. All right, engines are stable. Takeoff power is set. Prop governors kick in. That's looking good. I got two good engines. Speed tape is alive and on both sides. That's checked.
80 knots.
80 knots. Continue.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Positive rate. Gears coming up. Tap the brakes. Landing lights are going off. Props are coming back to 1550. Torque's coming back. Flaps are coming up. New George XC, thank you very much for the follow. Gear light is still on, but that's just because of our altitude. There's the middle marker. Bleeds and blowers are going back on. Auto feather, auto ignition is going off. Hawkfish, yeah, I've definitely flown for many hours in planes. Ooh, speed's bad there. Come on, speed, come back down. Oh, thanks, New George. Appreciate the comments. Yeah, it's a beautiful sim. I love it. People ask, why do I do it? I do it because I have so much fun with it. Even though I get the odd crash or the odd issue, I absolutely love flying it. All right, let's keep the climb going. The Flight Simulator 2020 flight dynamics suck. I'm still working on trying to get them where I want them to be. GJ is next. Continuing the climb. 250 knots. We'll give you guys the PFD view. Yeah, I'm flying in a sim. And drinking beers. Nah, New George, you start with a desktop, man. I've been building sims for over 20 years, so it's taken me 20 years to get a real airplane. All right, we're just coming through 7,100. Going to bring the torque up a little bit. So, New George, over 20 years, I've got about $45,000 US into it. Over about 20 years. So, what's that? About $2,000 a year, give or take. 76 on the torque. Bring that up a little more. Thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate that. 20 bits. Less than 10 degrees is where we try and keep her for the climb. Love the sound of those engines. Man, they sound awesome. Bits. Thank you very much, Ghost Gamer. Appreciate that. Thanks for the follow, dude. There's 10,000. Torque can come up now, so we don't have to worry about the speed limits. 107% on the torque is generally where I like to go, no more. Well, so reading Rich, I love my fishing, right? I do that in the summer times when I'm at camp, but I don't spend that kind of money. Holy shit, Stratford Will, there's a blast from the past. Gifting a tier 1 sub to NYTG Ghost Gamer. That's 17 gift subs in the channel. Yeah, but you know what? Everything gets invested into the stream because all the money that you guys donate and all the subs and everything goes, 100% of it goes right back into the sim. Which is exactly why I do this. I do this just because that way you guys get to see the rewards for the bits and for the subscriptions and all that. All that you guys put into the channel, we dump it right back into the airplane so you guys can see absolutely how reap the benefits of your rewards. Let's put it that way. Through 13,300 feet, guys. 240 is where we're going. We're trimmed out in the climb, about what, 8 degrees up. Barry is next. Why am I doing it if there's no profit to be made? Because I like to fly my sim, but I don't like to fly it alone. So by streaming with you guys, I get to have the best of both worlds. I get to fly my airplane for a purpose and get to talk to you guys instead of sitting out here by myself. No, FlightAware is not my company. I got the t-shirt when I installed my flight feeder. They sent me the t-shirt.
There was a good question from Brian up above a little bit.
Oh, okay. Brian, for as long as you've been flying, what part of the industry do you feel has improved the most? Graphics, visuals, hardware, components, radios, and yokes, other. So, that's a really good question because I've been doing this for as long as I have. And what I like to see is the quality hardware still coming out, but for an affordable price. A company like Real Sim Gear, for instance, makes a really good quality product, and it's not overly expensive for what you get. And then you get companies like Honeycomb that are working hard to release products for the general aviator and the desktop pilot. If you're really into just trying to fly your desktop and just try and make it a little better than what you've got now, there's also a company called Prop Wash Simulations, and they sell their radio panels and that really, really cheap. I mean, obviously they're not backlit or anything like that, but if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to get started, they make a decent product. For those of you who have a little bit of electronics experience, it's not that hard to do it yourself using Arduinos and all that jazz. Yeah, Lewis Dodge, it is real, dude. So the difference is, thanks for the follow, Cartani, sorry, I couldn't see that. Hardware-wise, guys, my yoke, rudder pedals, throttle quadrant, this is all genuine Beechcraft. It came in the airplane. So I don't use Honeycomb products or any of that. I just have my own stuff. So this is all my own hardware. It's made by Beechcraft, and it works really, really well. I've got 4 seats in here, so I can actually have 4 people in here all together. But I just don't have a co-pilot tonight. Occasionally I get one in stream. Sometimes I'll have a guest. Right now my beers are all sitting in the first officer seat.
What I said.
Exactly. Oh, we're a little off course here. I don't think I'm going to make Berry. I was zoomed out too far. Coming up on 24,000. Yep, 100%. All right. TW Ray is next. That's almost like T-Ray. I'm going to meet T-Ray maybe tonight. No, it's not on a full motion platform, if that's what you mean. It's not on a full motion platform because I don't have the building height for that. And plus, the addition of the motion platform probably adds about 50,000 US. Absolutely, New George. I love to drink my beers. That's why I do this. I like to drink my beers and have a lot of fun with you guys. 85 knot crosswind coming out of 270 basically. All right, fuel flows are good, engines are good, fuel quantity is good. Altimeters are on standard 29902. TCAS is clear, and we're doing a good job here. 1600 on the props cruise, and we're doing a run through the checklist. Cruise checklist. Bleed air valves are open. Environmental bleed air is required. Yaw damper is on. No, it isn't. Missed one. This is why you have checklists. Props at 1600, windshield anti-ice is normal, engine instruments are monitored, cabin signs as required. Forgot that one. Turn those off. Cruise power is set, auto feather is off, that's true. ECS mode is as required, engine instruments were monitored, fuel gauges we're monitoring. When ice accumulates to ½ inch, we'll hit the surface de-ice switch on single and release. Windshield anti-ice is on high. Left and right fuel vent heat, they're both on. Stall warning heat is on, wing ice lights not required, and the alternate static source not required at this time. Cruise checklist is complete. Exactly why you have a checklist, Jared. You're 100% right. Sometimes you forget shit, that helps me remember shit. Wonderful, recognition lights. That's not on my checklist, but we got those on anyways. Really good to see you guys. Thanks very much for hanging out with us. November 38 Alpha Kilo. Oh crap, the video's frozen. No, it isn't. Is the video more stable, Disavowed?
Everything? Huh? Yeah.
It seems to be more stable now?
Yeah. Well, when you were checking it and your intro was going, everything was smooth from that point on.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe it was your weather.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I'm still trying to figure out if it has something to do with this camera, because I noticed we didn't reboot, but this camera dropped off. I'm not sure why this camera dropped off. Solarhawk with 1,000 bits. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Sir Matt, good evening.
Yeah, because that camera's replaced right now with your course tracking.
That's because I've selected the scene with the course tracking, because the other one is blank. So I'll show you.
Remember I told you that last stream when it's locked up on the focus?
Yes.
So maybe it's starting to go.
It could be. Or the other thing is I have it on an extension cord, and it's a cheap-ass extension cord, and maybe it's just not really making a good connection. That would be more apt. What's that?
How long of a USB cord is that?
Longer than it needs to be, let's just put it that way.
15?
No, it's probably a 7-footer, and I probably only need a 3-footer. We're definitely going to fight this wind, guys. Only 314 over the ground. 245 indicated. The torque is a little high, but I'm okay with that. 1600 on the props. Fuel flow look good. Oil pressure and oil temperatures all are good. No, actually, New George, I'm actually waiting for a couple of airplanes myself to come out. But I'm not sure when that 550's coming out. Good to see Intoxicated Pilot. How are you? Guys, while you're looking at the Discord link, please feel free to jump over to youtube.com/cockpitbuilders, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications. After tonight, we'll have a couple of VODs to upload to YouTube so we don't lose them. All of our VODs get sent over to YouTube. .4 crosswind. Wowzers. I'll see if I can get Sim Toolkit bot to rejoin, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if that's going to cause problems or not. Shouldn't. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. November 38, Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see you. Happy Saturday evening to each and every one of you. Hopefully everybody's weekend is going exactly as you would like it to go. Just hanging out, making our way to the East Texas Regional Airport. Where was that button that I saw? It's working out pretty good, Reading Rich. I smoke probably a third of the cigarettes I used to smoke, which is really, really good. Making a difference all the time. Getting better and better as I go. Where is the Twitch bot? Looking for the Twitch bot. I know it's here. Ah, right here. There we go. Definitely, Reading Rich, already noticed a cost savings. Disavout, can you try a predict for me, please? Actually, I never thought I could probably do it. Ah, it's working. So it's happy. Interesting. Definitely seems a lot happier, guys, without that unreal weather running. Very, very interesting. Thanks very much for joining us. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to jam them in the chat. We're always happy to answer your questions. Estimated time of arrival, 1 hour. Nope, no UFOs yet. No UFOs at this time. Gamer Pete. Good to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you and your family are doing well. Making our way across the southern U.S. So, Sir Matt, when we're flying on POSCON, because the network shows each other, the network can identify the other individuals and it shows us on the network. I'm doing pretty good, Gamer Pete. Struggling through a software issue somewhere here in the sim, and I'm not 100% sure what's causing it. Beginning to think it might be the weather injection of unreal weather, but it's hard to say. I'd like to figure it out, though, real quick. I hate it when shit goes wrong. I always want to get it fixed. Going into East Texas Regional Airport, guys. Small airport, just basically east of Fort Worth. Little bit of turbulence we got going on here. 81 knot crosswind now. Yeah, me too, Gamer Pete. Absolutely. I'm glad it's working as well. Things aren't always perfect, but, you know, we tend to figure it out. Definitely learn lessons as we go. Every time I fly this thing is a troubleshooting escapade that you learn just a little bit more. Just a little bit more you learn. Excuse me. G.I. Joe 775. How you doing? I know it's the end of the month, but Happy New Year. Well, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. Happy New Year to you too as well. May I wish you all the best success in 2021. Hopefully it shapes up to be slightly better than 2020 for you and your family. Excuse me. I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. See if we're right where we're supposed to be on the map. Just crossed Kansas City into Memphis airspace. Right where we should be. Progress page shows 331 miles to East Texas Regional. KGGG's current METAR shows winds are 070 at 6 knots. Which basically puts us at runway 13 would be our best bet. See if I can bring that up. The RNAV 13. We're coming in from the north. We should probably pick never. Looks pretty good to me. May actually be better off. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Just near Walnut Ridge Airport, Lawrence County. Which is in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas, I guess. I don't know which state is AR. That'd be Arkansas. And never is going to be at what altitude? ...231 miles to top of descent, guys. About 45 minutes, we'll be on our way down. minimum safe altitude around the airport, 2,800 feet, all the way around. Waltz is going to be at 2,300. Takoi is going to be at 1,200. Progress page now shows 319 miles with the amendments that we've made. Double check the voltages. Voltages are good on both sides. And what's our inbound here? It's going to be 131. And looks like 12.2 miles. Set up a beautiful little arc there for us. What's funny is, according to my drawing, that arc should correspond exactly with Bosme. But as you can see, it's slightly just outside of Bosme. But on the Jeppesen chart, it shows that 12.5 miles should intersect with Bosme. So it's a slight difference, a little bit outside. Not too bad. Yes, so far so good, Solar Hawk, 100%. Guys, if you have any questions, jam in the chat. Don't hesitate to do that. Our wraparound screen is provided by Fly Elise, Immersive Display Pro and Immersive Calibration Pro. Absolutely the best warping software in the market. The Ultimate license does give you the Calibration Pro. It's about 480 euros last time I checked. It also is good for up to 16 projectors, which is, I mean, a lot. I'm running 3 projectors now, but you can go up to 16 projectors. Absolutely amazing group. They provide amazing support. Fly Elise NG. That's where you need to go for that. Shit's awesome. I love the sound of those engines. I could listen to them all day long. God, I love those engines. Yeah, Reading Rich, it certainly has been. Got a little bit of clouds coming into view now.
Did you order some new bulbs for those projectors?
No, I should though. I should, but no, I have not.
Were they about $100 a piece?
Yeah, give or take. That's about what they are. The nice part is by doing that, if they ever blow, then I lose one stream basically, because you can't obviously work on the projector while the thing's hot. So you'd have to let it cool down before you could replace it. So you basically lose that one stream, as long as it's not the middle bulb. But yeah, I'm gonna have to order 1 or 2 spare bulbs for sure, I think. I'm still not... I mean, I love the wraparound screen and I love the visual effect and I love the feeling of complete immersion, because everything that I see within my view is moving. Just the clarity just is not quite there, and I'm not sure if that's Flight Sim 2020 at this crazy resolution, or if that's just the projectors, the 1080 resolution. I'm not sure, 100% sure what it is, but the screen door effect is very little and very minimal on these projectors, but it is still there. Solar Hawk VR would not work for me, dude. Would not. I can't see my switches. Would drive me nuts too. Probably make me puke. Now, if it was mixed reality, that would be different. If I could put like a green screen on all my windows, so that with the VR headset on, everything I looked at that had the green would put the image on it, and then everything else was, you know, just what I see, that would be totally different. Mixed reality would be, or augmented reality, I guess they call it, would be perfect. You wouldn't be able to fucking top that. That would be absolutely incredible. 316 knots over the ground, guys. Indicated 246. Thanks very much for joining us. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see us. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their Saturday. About 45 minutes we should be on the ground, give or take. Making our way to East Texas Regional Airport, just east of DFW. Your grandparents live in Longview? Well, that's pretty nice. I'm not sure how far that'll be from where we're going. Little bouncy bouncy. We'll put the seatbelt signs on. Oh, that's actually where I'm going. Oh, excellent. Well, that's pretty good. Should be good to see then. Everything's looking pretty good here. Monitoring the engines, monitoring the fuel flow. Everything is where we want it to be and more. I actually think part of the sharpness that I was telling you guys about is because the side windows, and I think this is a 2020 thing when it scales the screen, because it's curved, it scales it. The side windows almost look a little bit out of focus, like they're just a hair stretched. If they do something like view groups, like P3D did, I'm sure that's going to make a huge difference with this. I don't know, Solar Hawk, that's the thing. See, that the best part is with the short throw projectors is I was able to do this in this little space. I really, if I did go to big TVs, I don't really know if I could get it much better than what I've got now. I really don't have an answer for you. It's exactly why I never went with projectors before then, although in all fairness, I never thought I had enough room for projectors. And the immersion factor of feeling like you're moving all the time, whenever the plane dips or, you know, bounces around at all. I'm gonna stay with this for a while, couple years anyways, and see. We'll see what happens. I mean, we don't even know if Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is even going to be around in 2 years, you know what I mean? So really, at the end of the day, I'm not going to invest in any more changes until I actually see the path that 2020 is on. Because for all we know, they could abandon this whole project and the rest of us will be back on P3D in a matter of, you know, a year. I totally don't know where things are going to go. So until we get better idea of where the entire industry is going and if it's even going to stay at this, I'm just going to keep going with what we got going on for now. I'll definitely say, though, that the live weather is more stable than my Unreal weather was at this time. It might add something to do with our crashes. So there's two things that aren't working right now. The separate camera in here and the Unreal weather. So, and I'm off the POSCON network, which was chewing a lot of resources. but we know that's a known issue, so that's in the process of being fixed and could be fixed in a matter of hours. But the bigger issue is either that camera or it's the unreal weather. So it's going to be something. We'll have to figure it out. We'll see what happens tomorrow night when we stream. I'll see if I can do something with that camera, and I'll still run the live weather, and we'll see where we get with that. And hopefully tomorrow we'll be back on PosCon as well, which would be fantastic. Progress page shows 237 miles to go, guys. Estimated time en route is 38 minutes. Making our way to East Texas Regional Airport. Thanks very much for hanging out with us. I think Drone's flying along with us, but I'm not 100% sure if he gave up or not. If you guys have any questions, do jam them in the chat. We're always happy to answer your questions as best we can. Once we're done the stream, we're going to head over and do some GTA. We've got to go meet our good friends Spencer, Ernest, and KD. See if KD and Ernest are going to want to shoot me tonight. Something tells me that last night they both wanted to rip my tongue out. My throat's a little sore today, actually. It was a lot of fun. Glad you're still there, Drone. Got a 72 knot crosswind, and we're actually going to turn almost directly into it. It's going to turn into a headwind. That sucks. That's going to suck. Pretty much level at 240. 317 knots over the ground, which when we turn here at Lima India Tango, it's basically going to be direct straight 72 knot headwind, which is going to suck. Solar Hawk, really? Do you really? Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, Eugene was awesome for sure. Where are we flying over right now? There's an airport almost directly below us. Yeah, I think he does stream on Facebook now. No, he doesn't do Twitch anymore. But what an amazing guy he is. So this is Jacksonville, Little Rock Air Force Base that we probably just saw. I don't really know if streaming on the Facebook platform, it sure as shit wouldn't be for me. I don't even have a Facebook account and have no interest or need in doing that. But Twitch is really good, but there's obviously some other issues with it. It's not by far probably the most open. They've sort of got a setup that works good, so they don't really change it. But the whole DMCA stuff needs to get fixed or find a better solution for that. And there's a few other things that they could always improve on. YouTube obviously doesn't have some of the tools that Twitch does. Really, there's no perfect venue for streaming right now. Everyone has its strengths and weaknesses. airport below us. That's going to be Little Rock. Little Rock, Clinton National, I guess. I watch a lot of live racing on Facebook in the summer months. Oh yeah, Reading Rich? Huh. I don't know what their platform's like, but I really have absolutely no interest on anything to do with Facebook, to be honest with you. Take care, Solar Hawk. Thanks very much for hanging out with us, bud, and sticking with me. Glad to see you again. Stay safe, my friend. Get some sleep. Guys, we're 9.5 out of Little Rock. We're going to make a right-hand turn to about 227 degrees, 226 degrees. It's coming, Fess. Not long from now. I'm looking forward to it. Rolling red for sure. The thing is, I've had a couple of beers, which is going to make it even harder to do that fucking voice, but looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. We also have to talk about what we're going to do with that other scenario that's going on there. We got to figure out with Zodius what we're actually going to arrange to do with all that. And get that going. Sorry guys, but Reading Rich, it actually does not, but it involves hillbilly, just not hillbilly juice. Just put it that way. Oh, that was an odd thing. There was actually, Reading Rich, there's a gentleman by the name of I destroy fish sticks. If you go to Twitch and look up I_destroy fish sticks and look at his VOD from last night, unfortunately he had a split VOD because he was having some technical issues, but go to the beginning of the first VOD. You will see him introduced to a character by the name of Chester. Chester, C-H-E-S-T-E-R, Chester. Chester is me, and Chester and Spencer had a lot of fun last night. It's probably, what, damn near 4 hours of VOD to watch, but you will literally piss yourself laughing from the beginning of it until the end of it. It was a lot of fun. Everybody involved couldn't stop laughing, which was pretty awesome. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, do me a favor. There's a gentleman by the name of I_destroy fish sticks. And we're actually, hopefully he's going to be live when we're done the stream, and we're actually going to raid him so that when I get my machine restarted, that you guys can actually watch the interactions, because his stream is going to be running and I'll likely be on it. So it'll be a lot of fun if you guys want to check out what actually is going to happen tonight. If I can get on, I should be able to get on. But we're definitely going to check him out. He's absolutely incredible. Spencer's a funny guy. Chester's funny too, but... That's a lot of fun. All right, 30 minutes, guys. We should be on the ground. Thanks very much for hanging out with us. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. 68 knot headwind. 246 over the ground. We only got 295 on the ground speed. That's going to slow us down a little wee bit. Progress page shows 187 miles. Top of descent is 92 miles. Nope, we're not going to Spokane. We're going to East Texas Regional International Air, East Texas Regional Airport. Oh yeah, for sure, Gamer Pete. We're probably going to host them for sure. Yep, Kilo Golf Golf Golf. That's where we're going. Oh, reading Rich. Yeah, as long as I can get in. Because at the 10 o'clock restart, that's what time, well, it depends what time we're done here. You guys, well, we might, he may be live, but I won't be able to get into the server until 10 o'clock Eastern. It's now 8:30. So if we're on the ground by 9:15 and finished up, I won't actually be able to get on that server until the 10 o'clock restart. Yeah, so it's Kilo Golf Golf Golf. Weird. Kilo Golf Echo Golf. Yeah, maybe the IKO changed. I don't know. Miles to top of descent now. Basically showing 160 miles from the airport, give or take. Yeah, Gamer Pete, I'm on Eastern. 100%. Probably because Spokane is probably a more popular airport, maybe. Bless me. Thanks very much for hanging out with us, guys. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. Like I said, at 10 o'clock Eastern, we're going to run into, hopefully, Spencer, Ernest, and KD. We're going to go terrorize the people of Los Santos. Cole Northgate, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream as well. Guys, we stream on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Unless I cancel a stream, which doesn't very often happen, but depending on, excuse me, some real life scenarios, sometimes it is required. And what happens is I actually will announce any cancellations in my Discord. So if you guys are not part of the Discord, you should get your ass in the Discord. You can also follow us at youtube.com/cockpitbuilders. Give us a subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications. All the VODs from Twitch get sent to YouTube 100%. Support by Fire just found this. Time for me to head out before I make terrible financial decisions. No problem, Support by Fire. I completely understand, but believe it or not, you don't have to do something quite this elaborate. You can do a lot of shit yourself. A little bit of paint and plywood goes a long way. An Arduino only costs you 20 bucks. You know, 50 bucks for some switches and LEDs and all that jazz. You could have a little button box sitting on your desk to make things a little more realistic for you. But yeah, there's lots of terrible financial decisions that I've made, but it is what it is. I've also been doing this for 20 years, though. That's the key. Support by fire. That's the key. Yes. There's two things I'd like to say to you. Number one, do you know why divorce is so expensive? Because it's worth it. Just a joke. Just a joke. I don't need any women throwing things at me. No, I found a really great wife. My wife is the most incredible woman in my life. I love her more than anything. And she just supports everything I do. I don't obviously put us in any financial issues by my hobby, but at least she knows where I'm at. Thanks for the follow, support by fire. Appreciate it. Don't worry. There's lots of things. Everything I buy for the simulator miraculously only costs 20 bucks. Oh, honey, no worries. It was only 20 bucks. It was only 20 bucks. It was only 20 bucks. I $20'd her to death. I made another Amazon order, honey. Oh, yeah? How much did you spend this time? Oh, 20 bucks. Yeah, exactly. The problem is she has access to all the accounts, so she sees it and says, that's not 20 bucks. It's missing a zero, maybe. The average price is 20 bucks, my dear. I said average price, not the price of this order. The average price of all my orders was 20 bucks. I'm sorry, you must have misunderstood me. Exactly, Roundabout. That's exactly it. It's all good. All fun aside, I've got a very supportive wife, and she knows where I am. I'm not out at the bar drinking beer. It's perfect. Reading Rich, you have no idea. Yes, I still have beers, but when you buy them and have them at home, it's actually a lot more affordable than it would be if I was going out all the time. That's for damn sure. That's funny, Roundabout. Yes, I suppose that's exactly true. 54 miles to top a descent in 4.7 miles. You'll hear the lady call it out. 50 miles to top a descent. Kilo Golf Golf Golf. East Texas Regional Airport. That's where we're going.
Top of descent in 50 miles.
Oh, Roundabout. There's I was playing Grand Theft Auto with some people, and I just created a character in the RP server just to screw around with. I didn't think anything of it. And I met up with an individual in that character and basically spent 4 hours laughing my ass off. If you do a Twitch search for a gentleman that goes by the name I_destroy_fishsticks, this VOD from last night was when he met my character, which is a gentleman by the name of Chester. We spent 4 hours fucking laughing our asses off playing and having a good time. No, fish sticks, as in the food. I destroy fish sticks. I wonder if I can do it this way. Yes. He's, if you check out his VOD from last night, it is in 2 parts because he had some technical issues right in the middle. Some bitch, that was funny. Was a lot of fun. Scrants, thank you very much for the follow. Good to see you. Absolutely, oh shit, roundabout. Funny as funny can be. Then the first, I think it was in the first section of the video, I went to get my driver's test. And that was a shit ton of fun too. We definitely had a lot of fun last night with that. And then after the stream tonight at 10 o'clock tonight, I'm going to get back in that server. So if you do follow him, then at 10 o'clock tonight when we get in, which is going to be about an hour approximately after we land, 45 minutes to an hour after we land, you're going to see Spencer's going to run up and meet up with me tonight. If I can get into the server, that's going to be the trick. Thank you very much, Gamer Pete. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got into a lot of trouble last night, but it was fucking funny. Never seen somebody laugh so much, actually. It was a lot of fun. The funny thing is, he's funny as shit to watch, but unfortunately, he doesn't get a lot of people watching him when he streams, and I don't know why, because he's an incredible streamer. He interacts with the chat, and he's funny as shit to watch. He just doesn't get a lot of people watching his streams. I don't know why. No, it's not Melvin. That's his name is Spencer. And my Chester character, that's me. That's not Melvin. Melvin is Fess. We've actually been having a lot of fun with the GTA 5 stuff, the Revival RP. It's a lot of fun. It's a great server, a great community. Everybody has a lot of fun. And it's different than the flight sim thing, you know what I mean? It's something different. It's kind of neat. And being an RP server, it changes every day. Like, I did not intend to meet Spencer yesterday, but it worked out, and we had a great time. Spencer's fucking awesome. Yeah, you're probably right, Gamer Pete. But I mean, that's the thing that I don't understand is he's a good streamer. It just you know, there's so many people that stream GTA 5 that it's hard to just pick one individual. Exactly, Roundabout. It totally has its moments. And an example of last night, we had like probably 5 or 6, maybe even 10 people that were just glued to watching the stream last night. enjoying it. It was really, really good. Yeah, it'll be good, Salmonus, for sure. Yeah, we got to get you feeling better to start with, for sure. Okay, guys, we're 18 miles from top of descent. We're on our way, folks. On our way. East Texas Regional Airport. That's where we're going next. Yeah, exactly, roundabout. That was totally what we were doing. we were doing all kinds of shit that we shouldn't have been doing. When Spencer and I got away from Ernest and Katie, we had a lot of fun together. That's for sure. Sounds like the housing estate I grew up on. Yeah, it was a lot of fun reading Rich. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. 6 miles, top of descent, 2,600 feet. Roundabout, no, he's not. He's just got some other issues that he's dealing with, unfortunately. It's he did have COVID at one point, but he's doing better, much better. All right, latest METAR from East Texas Regional Airport. Winds are 080 at 6 knots, 2 miles visibility. That's not good. Broken, overcast at 300 feet. Altimeter 3004. This is definitely not good. This is definitely not going to be a good landing. I've got some motion sickness tablets, so I might try one so I last a bit. I got them some. My middle daughter won't be sick in the new car. That's a pretty good idea, reading Rich. All right, I need to have a look at the ILS 13 here, because something tells me this weather's going to be shit. All right, nav radio page, we've got 109.5. And the course is going to be 131. This is definitely going to be interesting. No. Nokia, if you had a full-sized airplane in your possession that you are able to tweak and program and make changes on and do things all the time, you would never get sick of it. The other side of the coin is with the KingAir, you can fly high and fast with the tube liners, or if you want to fly low and slow and just do a GA flight, you can do that as well. So you get the best of all worlds. And no, definitely 100% not at all get bored of one airplane. If I get bored, I just don't fly. But having amazing people like that watch my stream and hang out here with us, there's the odds of getting bored are pretty nil. Bless me. "300 feet. This might not be good. This really might not be good. The weather is shit there. Whether or not this depicts it or not, I guess we're gonna find out. Reading Rich, no, I haven't. Oh, Gamer Pete, yes. It's a really good magazine, isn't it? Looking pretty good. All right, coming up on 19,000 feet. Altimeter is going to go to 3004. Fishlangs, thank you very much for the follow. Good to see you. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see you guys. Happy Saturday. We're on our way. We're in the descent. We're through 18,000. 3004 is being set. $3,004. Oh, excellent reading, Rich. I'm glad you did. That's fantastic. 3004 on this side. Congratulations on the POSCON invite for sure. Slinky, thank you very much for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're heading into East Texas Regional Airport. And we're descending. The clouds and the weather are shit where we're supposed to be going. So this should be interesting to see how this works out. Then reading Rich, you'll be able to fly along with us, dude. Guys, we're going into East Texas Regional Airport. If you have not made your predictions, you can make them now. Get those predictions in using the ! predict command. It should be a lot of fun. This shouldn't be too bad. Gabro0016, thank you very much for the follow. We'll do our descent checklist now. Auto feather, auto ignition, seatbelt signs are on. All right, descent checklist. Pressurization is set. Cabin altitude is set. The destination or the rate control is also set. Altimeter setting is 3004, and at 3004 that basically puts us plus 450 feet on the landing altitude, which we've done. Cabin signs are on because of the turbulence. Windshield anti-ice is on. Brake de-ice will come on now. Window defogs are on. Fuel balance is checked and correct. Cabin equipment has been positioned. All seats are full forward. Everything's good. Tray tables are upright and locked, and the mini high definition monitors were not pulled out. The approach speeds, we'll confirm those now. VREF is going to be flaps 40 at 123. Gives us our VREF, about 120 knots, give or take. The weather is going to be shit going in here, folks. We're going to have to leave the autopilot on, I'm afraid, for most of it. Which I don't normally do. We'll see if I get adventurous enough. Ceilings down to 300 feet. It could be a little confusing. Could be a little insane. We'll see how I feel, if I'm brave enough. All right, anti-ice is going on. Yeah, roundabout, you could be right. You could be right. Or it might actually, based on the reality of the Microsoft Flight Sim live weather, it may actually break out at like 3,000 feet. Turks, good. How are you, dude? Just coming in to land at East Texas Regional Airport. Get your predictions in, guys. If you haven't followed us over at YouTube, youtube.com/cockpitbuilders, give us a subscribe and hit that little bell to get notifications when we upload stuff. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Saturday. If you guys get a chance, head over to I_destroy_fish sticks and give Spencer a follow for me. Appreciate that. We're going to be joining him in about an hour's time from now. And I don't think he'll be streaming yet. But we're going to join him in about an hour's time. Disavowed, is he actually streaming yet?
I didn't have him up.
Can you just have a look for me and see if he is streaming?
Yep. I_destroy.
I_destroy_fish sticks.
Got it. Yes, he is live.
Perfect. So when we're done, that's where we're going to send all these wonderful people. And they'll have to realize that I won't meet up with him until 1 hour from now exactly. So if you guys do me a favor, before you leave this stream, when I raid Spencer, I would really, really, really appreciate it if you guys would at least give him a follow. I would super appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me if you guys, when I raid him, if you give him a follow, that would be awesome, because he is fun to watch, and that would be awesome. I want to ask a question. So I'm guessing you are from the US, so I want to know, how do you build cockpits only in the US, or is it worldwide? So Turks, I actually am Canadian. So I am not American. And yeah, we all sound similar. That's funny. Yeah, English. But no, I don't build cockpits for other people. I only do my own thing. That's it. And I help people do their own thing. No, Tespler, to my knowledge, he is not. To my knowledge, he is not. We have done that before, and I have not realized that the chat is a followers only, and that always pisses me off. But Spencer is fun as shit. So I would really appreciate if everybody does give him a follow when we are rated. When we do rate him, that would be awesome. I know you're giving me shit, dude. But like I said, if you're watching his stream in an hour from now, still, you'll see him run into me, because I've got to reboot my computer, get things reset up, and then I'm going to join him in my Chester character. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun, 100%. That's okay, Tespler. You got to keep me honest, dude. You got to keep me honest. Where are we at here? 20 miles out? Texas East Regional, November 38 Alpha Kilo. We're about 20 miles east of the airport, inbound to land, RNAV 13, full stop, East Texas. Yeah, you did, Saminus. Fuck, the day that I get on there with Charlie and Spencer and T-Ray, oh, good God, that is going to be a shit show to watch for sure. Yeah, look at this, guys. I'm just hitting the cloud tops now at 5,500 feet. This is going to be interesting. This really is going to be interesting. Oh no, Reading Rich. Really? Is Mitch doing his hair again? That's kind of funny, actually. All right, guys, auto feather, auto ignition is on, seatbelt signs are on, flaps will be going to 1 notch here shortly, and ILS is set. 109.5 in number 1, 109.5 in number 2, 131 in both sides, that's correct. We're going to switch this over to the approach mode so I can keep an eye on that. We haven't even, we're just through 5,000 feet and we're just gonna start getting into the soup, guys. This is gonna be the first landing we've had to do in I don't know how long, where we've literally had to use the autopilot for the localizer. We're in the soup now at 4,800 feet. We should break out by 300, hopefully. Something tells me we may not break out. We'll have about a 10-mile final, give or take. That was last night, Reading Rich. That was last night, and it was an absolute laugh fest. That's why I said you guys gotta see the VODs, because it was funny as fuck. We might actually break out a little earlier. I can actually see the things. Yeah, the ceiling would be low, but I can actually see somewhat. 2,600 is 1,000 to go. East Texas Regional, KingAir, November 30th, Alpha Kilo. We're 10 miles to the northwest, inbound on the RNAV 13, full stop, East Texas. All right, autopilot's off, folks. Oh yeah, if you needed a good laugh, you need to check out some of that VOD, man. That is some from last night. Tonight's gonna be just as fun, I'm sure, but it won't be for another hour yet, so you'll probably be in bed. But even if you get a chance to watch tomorrow's VOD, that would be awesome. All right, 2,500 guys, we're gonna try and hold that. KGGG is now in range. There's VREF, 124 knots, give or take. If you don't have your predictions in, guys, you definitely want to get those in now. Landing lights are on. Props all the way forwards. before landing checklist approach speeds are confirmed. Auto feather is on. Environmental bleeds are on. That's correct. Cabin signs are on. Cabin lights are on. Flaps are approach, and landing gear will be down here shortly. Radar is required, and surface de-ice is on. Oh, that's awesome reading, Rich. I appreciate that, dude. Alright, let's not climb any more than that. Alright, we're making the turn. East Texas Regional, KingAir, November 30 Alpha Kilo. We're turning left final, 10-mile final. Runway 13, full stop, East Texas. All right, gears going down. Localizers alive, that's good. Runway tracer lights are spotted.
2500.
Mr. Salmonis is Norwegian. Glide slope is alive. This is why we use an ILS, folks. East Texas Regional, KingAir, November 30 Alpha Kilo on a 5-mile final, runway 13, full stop, East Texas. Yes, it is, Replica, thank God. A lot better than what the METAR said, but this is partially because I'm using the live weather in 2020. My unreal weather may be the cause for my stutters. We'll find out more. There's the outer marker, folks. All right. Bring those back. Full flaps. Clearly not 2 miles visibility. I'm still on a 4-mile final now, and I've got perfect visibility. So if I was using the unreal weather, I guarantee you it would be a lot worse than what it is right now. But that could be the cause of my stutters. It's either that or that webcam. It's one or the other.
wanted to see if it suddenly lifted, but no, it's still showing the same thing.
Yeah, well, one of the METARs could be a little outdated as well, right? So it's possible. The Flight Sim METARs from Microsoft Flight Simulator, they're at least an hour out, at least. East Texas traffic, KingAir November 38 Alpha Kilo, a 2.5 mile final, runway 13, full stop, East Texas. Yeah, it may not. That wouldn't surprise me either. Guys, stick around after the stream, please. I have a very important individual that I'd like to raid and host, and it would really mean a lot to me if you guys give them all a follow when we get over there. Would really mean a lot to me. We'll just taxi to the gate real quick, and we'll let you guys get on your way.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Big Brian wins, guessing minus 98. Well done, Big Brian. Well done, Big Brian. Landing lights are off, taxi lights are on, strobes are off. East Texas traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo. We're going to taxi Bravo across runway 18 to the terminal, East Texas. All right, auto feather, auto ignition is off. Bleeds and blowers are going off. One generator is going off. Flaps are all the way up. Windshield heat, pitot heat, fuel heat is all off. Recognition lights are off. Tail light is off. Anti-ice is off. Thanks for the follow. Oops. Big picture, please. Thank you. Banshee Gaming, thank you very much for the follow. We're going to turn left just up here. I wish we could watch Drone and possibly Master Chief land. Hopefully we'll have this issue fixed. Maybe by tomorrow we'll be able to fly online. That'd be awesome. At least you were able to see the landing today, and unlike the other day when it was horrible. I will for sure. Thanks, Banshee Gaming. We're going to cross runway 36, just coming up here. Vidor Marasso, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, Drone, you're already down and off the sim. Oh, wow, you must have had better wins than I had tonight. No problem at all, Master Chief. I totally understand. Strobe lights are going on. Alerts are not working, Replica. I'm not sure why. Not on Twitch, but I'm on that active on here, but Facebook gaming you are. Oh, wow. I don't know, Replica. There's clearly some issues from my restart after the thing. Why? Is there something wrong that I should know about? Because we did get subs tonight. Oh, thanks, Replica. Appreciate it. I don't know why that is. They're not working. Ooh. That sucks. Is that a Twitch thing, though, do you think? Because clearly Twitch didn't say or notice anything. Is that a Twitch thing? That's got to be a Twitch thing or a Streamlabs thing. One or the other, because I didn't get... Yeah, probably slobs. Shit. Let's redo the whole flight, Tesla. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because we were getting alerts for the subs at the beginning of the stream. All right, we're going to pull off here to the left. Love you guys all for watching us. Appreciate that. We're going to send you guys over to a very good friend of mine that's playing GTA. I would appreciate it if you guys would at least give him a follow before you guys bugger off for the night. His name is Spencer, and he's just a really fun guy, a really funny guy. Merlin Aviation, thank you very much for the follow. And I'd like it if you guys would take 2 seconds and just give him a follow. That would be awesome. Really mean a lot to me. And we'll be back in the air tomorrow night, guys. That was close. We'll be back in the air tomorrow night at 23:30 hours Zulu. Should be a lot of fun. There we go. It's Parker right here. All my alerts on my stream. Oh, wow, that's no good, Replica. All right, parking brake is set, guys. Avionics are going off. Second generator's going off. Taxi lights are going off. TCAS and prop sync are going off. Engines. Seatbelt signs. Feather. Beacon light. Master caution. Oh, yours work with no problem? Oh, weird. That's bizarre. Awesome. Well, I'm sorry that that's the case, Replica. I'll have to look into that and see if there's something I can do on my end to fix that. Guys, without further ado, we'll see you tomorrow night, 23:30 hours Zulu. Thanks very much for hanging out with us for the past 2 hours. I'm going to send you now to a very special individual. His name is Spencer. And please, as I said before, I would really appreciate it if you guys would at least give him a follow and a big hi and a warm Cockpit Builders welcome. I will be joining Spencer 1 hour from now. Well, actually, in about 40 minutes, I'll be joining Spencer as a new character called Chester. So, thank you very much. C3 Arrow for the Tier 1 sub. Absolutely awesome. Here we go, guys. I destroy fish sticks. Do me a favor and give them a warm Cockpit Builders welcome. We'll see you guys all later. November 38 Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com. Live on Twitch. We'll see you later, folks.